Are you one of those people who suffer from electromagnetic hypersensitivity, fatigue, tiredness, stress, brain fog, aches, and pains? What if I told you that you can soak your way into serenity? Soak in Serenity, our new herbal bath formula, is known to soothe anxiety, relieve stress and fatigue in just one bath. Visit our store at blacksunrise.com/herbs page. Remember to spell sunrise SONRISE. Welcome back to your Global Black News. And in today's featured article, we take this from the BBC News, March 25th, 2019. Home Office funded pedophilia group, whistleblower says. The Home Office secretly gave £30,000 to a group campaigning to legalize pedophilia in the late 1970s, a former civil servant has claimed. Tim Hulbert told the Independent Inquiry into Child Sexual Abuse that he had seen the payment on a spreadsheet. He said the money for the pedophile information exchange had been marked as a grant to another group. But the inquiry also heard that a review of his claims had failed to find documentary evidence to support them. Civil servant Mike Box, who had assisted in 2014 review of allegations of historical child sexual abuse within Westminster, said no trace of any payment to PIE had been found in government records of the area, I'm sure. This strand into the Independent Inquiry into Child Sexual Abuse, IICSA, in British institutions is looking at allegations linked to Westminster and whether there has been a cover-up. Mr. Hulbert worked for the Voluntary Services Unit, the body responsible for deciding which UK voluntary organisation should receive government funding. Very interesting. During the 70s and 80s. He said that a colleague who was new to the VSU, Alan Davies, made him aware of the grant to PIE. Alan Davies and I got on well and used to talk informally about things we were working on, Mr. Hulbert continued. I believe, though I cannot be sure, that it was during one of these informal chats over coffee that I discovered that the unit was founding PIE, Pedophilia Information Exchange, about which I knew little except that it was an organization campaigning for lowering the age of consent to 4. These demons, man. Okay, here's the thing. Guys, this shit is real. Okay? This nonsense is real. Now, here is why I don't trust the BBC. I don't trust the BBC because they covered up what Jimmy Savile was doing. Just have a peripheral, on the surface, listen to what Jimmy Savile, who was hired by the BBC, was involved in. From necrophilia, necromancy, baby raping, cannibalism. I mean, these fucking people are crazy. Okay, so special branch involvement. The inquiry heard on Monday that Mr. Hulbert approached his boss, Clifford Hindley, to ask why the Pedophile Information Exchange lobby group was receiving funding. He said he was told by Mr. Hindley that the group was being funded at the request of Special Branch to allow it to keep an eye on its members, a claim that the 2014 independent review could not rule out, saying it would be odd but not impossible. Alright guys, I don't even want to get too much into this because I just don't like stuff like this. These people are beyond non-human, and if you think that this stuff is not going on, dream on. Yes, it is. It's very real and it's going on. Alright guys, guys, and especially with the things going on now that they have us locked in our homes, and they have so many people out there telling us, oh, they're fighting for us. They are not fighting for us. There is no faction fighting for humanity. Let me say that again. There is no faction fighting for humanity. They are fighting each other over who will run the new world order and which order would be allowed to run, whether it's the Zionist, communist faction or the Fourth Reich Nazi faction. They are not fighting for humanity. They are not rescuing children. They are not going to have mass arrests. None of that stuff is real. None of it. Okay? They are not having mass pedophilia busts. In fact, Cardinal Pell was just released. Okay? It's not happening. The only people who can save humanity is humanity. All right, guys, so thank you so much, and join us for another segment of your Global Black News.